What's up, the internet? It's producer Kyle. How's it going? In the words of the immortal philosopher Dante from Clerks, I wasn't even supposed to be here today, which is true. I wasn't supposed to be here today. But Rich called me and said, "Hey, man, something happened. I'm trying to get my Kickstarter off the ground. I've got to do some PR for that. Can you fill in?" And I went, "Sure, I can sit in with AJ." And he's like, "No, AJ's out of town." I'm like, "Well, then it's a good thing I have a fresh, long box of product, isn't it?" So here I am. I'm here. We're doing a show. We'll start with this. I have some really cool stuff in here. Definitely some good horror, some good other stuff, maybe some Ghost Machine, maybe some Wonderland, maybe some variants, some Spawn, all kind of stuff. So it's all in this box. And we're gonna offer it to you in a really interesting way that I've only ever done once. I did it last night on CBSN to mixed success, but now I know what I'm doing. So we'll be better this time. But here's a big bonus. If you've bought anything from me in the last few weeks and haven't gotten your shipment yet, I was packing that stuff up and getting ready to tape it when Rich texted me. So I can add to your boxes without charging you any extra shipping. So that's a fun thing that is possible now. So that works for everybody. That's a win for everybody. So Jay did not expect to be on the air. So he was like running to run a comb through his hair, which I did already, and put on some clothes that weren't his jammies, because, you know, we work in our jammies most of the time. And he'll be back in a second, but I figured I'd start the show without him. So let's get into this. All right, he heard me talking about his jammies, so he must have ran back in the room. Everybody, Jay's here. AJ, what's up? Eddie, nope. Say hi when you get here, the internet. Tell me you're here, otherwise I won't know you're here.
Yes.
But we are going to sell some comics. Again, I got this big, long box full of new inventory that most of you have never seen. And we are going to do that in a new and unique way that many of you have not seen me do before. So let's transfer over. So here's the deal. Any book I put on this row will be $2. Any book I put on this row will be $3. Any book I put on this row will be $4. Any book I put on this row will be $5. You can claim the whole row at any time. Top row is 6. Second row is 10. Third row is 12. Bottom row is 15. And if you want the book on the front, if you want every book across the front of the thing, it's $40. AJ, Rich wound up getting double booked, man. He wound up, he's got some Kickstarter stuff he's got to handle that he was reminded of literally 20 minutes before, or about 30 minutes before we needed to be on the air. So he called me up, and I thought you were going to be here. And he's like, "No, AJ not going to be there." I'm like, "Well, good thing I've got product." So we're here. We're going to do a thing. You guys ready to do the thing?
Wrong AJ. Different AJ.
Oh, okay. Different AJ. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm so confused because, again, in the words of the immortal prophet Dante, I wasn't even supposed to be here today. There's too many AJs. Guys, get real names. Like, everybody, I don't know if you know that Jay's name is not Jay.
Jay is not my government name.
His government name is not Jay. And about a third of the time, I call him Alex. Just because I get confused. So it's a thing. All right. Let's start with some $2 books, shall we?
Yes. There we go.
I think these are all B covers. They are. Okay. So let's do from Zenoscope. These would be $2. Hellchild the Unholy, number 3. This is Hellchild the Unholy, number 4.
Yeah, nope, I know. And happy birthday, AJ.
Hellchild the Unholy, number 5. And happy birthday, AJ. I'm sorry I got you confused with another AJ. I didn't mean to do that. It just sort of happens.
Well, you know, we're on a first name basis here.
And we'll do Van Helsing the Werewolf, number 3. So those are each $2. Anything on the top row is $2. You can claim the whole row for $6. All right. Let's come down to the next row. These books are going to be $3 a piece.
Gee, Ship.
It has nothing to do with wearing a hat. Ship has everything to do with I forgot to grab a hat as I walked out the door to rush over here to do this show.
Yeah.
All right. This is the Sacred Damned, number 1. This is part of the Horizon experiment. $3. Dawn of Doom DC. Superman Adventures of John Kent, number 1. $3. What's happening?
Ship, I don't think that's how hats work, but I like it.
Also, I was wearing a big heavy hoodie and it's like 60 here today. So like I don't need a hat. My head is already warm. Written by sci-fi icon and voice of this character, Michael Dorn. Dawn of DC Steelworks, number 1.
Ooh. Tell that to me.
This is a second printing variant of Silk, number 1 from DC. From Marvel. DC and Marvel on that row. Everybody represented. Let's start on the middle row, or on the next row, shall we?
Yes. I do not, Ship. Very cool covers, though. And I definitely love the shield.
This is TMNT 136. This is the B cover. It's the Eastman cover. This is a prelude to Armageddon game. Now we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Armageddon game number 6. That's the A cover. Armageddon game number 8, A cover.
Oh, thank you, Ship. I appreciate that.
Viga. This is the Armageddon game number 8, C cover. I also will, and we can figure out how much this is going to be. Any of these books by Tom Waltz. So the Armageddon Games books, if you guys want, I can get them signed by Tom Waltz in a few weeks and wait and ship those to you then. We will discuss what that costs later. Give me a second, Mike, and I will definitely go across that top row for you.
Some Hellchild and Van Helsing. Van Helsing, character that I really dig. Like there's a couple of them that I do, but Van Helsing's one of my favorites. Next to Cinderella Serial Killer. I really like that character too, but that's like the Deadpool of that universe, and I'm just a huge Deadpool fan.
Ship, do you want my honest answer or my answer as someone who's trying to sell comics? Does that answer your question? Okay. Bottom row. 2 copies of this, so 2 people can claim it. Ghost Machine number 1.
Oh,
Rocket Fellers number 3. House of Slaughter number 1. And Ultimate X-Men number 7 Peach Momoko variant.
nope.
All right, the Supermans are going to Jay via ship.
Awesome. Ship, I would tell you if you're interested in read them because you might have a different opinion than Kyle has about them.
I will say this for Armageddon Game. Part of the problem I had with Armageddon Game, and I'm just going to be honest with everybody, is they built it up for a really long time, and then it didn't pay off during Armageddon Game. It paid off 4 issues later.
Oh, was it that book?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's a great story. But again, it's one of those, it's like, it left you with a blue piece of male anatomy.
Felt like it took a long time to Armageddon there.
Yeah, it really did. But again, I think in the end, it was totally worth it. It just, like, again, took it forever to get where it was going.
Yeah. I got you. I remember that one now.
All right, this is the AAPI month variant of Swamp Thing number 13 by Ram V. And Shang-Chi number 1 variant edition. Shang-Chi number 1. Go up there. Okay, I promised Mike a rundown of the top. So we have Hellchild the Unholy number 3. That is the B cover. Hellchild the Unholy number 4. That is the D cover. Hellchild the Unholy number 5. That is the B cover. And Van Helsing versus the Werewolf number 3. Again, this is the D cover.
Good grab, Ship. Ron V Swamp Thing.
All right.
And Nope's going to take the Armageddon games. All right.
All right.
Yeah, in stores this weekend. And Mike's going to pick up the top row.
All right. Armageddon game. Nope. So if you want to claim the whole row, you'll get the 136B for free, basically. If you want to claim the whole row for $12. Otherwise, it's $12 one way or the other. So let me know. And then Mike is going to claim this whole row for $6.
Good grabs, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ship, watching interviews with him, not only on other channels, but he's been on the EXP before. Nice dude.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice dude.
He's a good friend of Jen and I. So again,
Yeah.
nope.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, and it's free. Like, you're not paying any more money. And then let me know if you want me to get the. Let me know if you want me to get the Walt signature on it for you.
Oh, that's awesome, Ship. Since he's over on Facebook and people can't see him.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, nice. First copy of Black Mamba that he remarked.
All right.
And he's English, yeah. Here, Ed, I'll just pop that up on screen for Ship to read. No, AJ, I'm not doing bad jokes in person today. Usually I just copy those. Like there's some of them I have written down from another EXP person that tells jokes on the other shows, but yeah, no jokes today. I'm a little short on them.
Jay's a little short on everything. Hey-o!
Ah!
Would you think I wasn't going to do that one?
No, I knew you were. I said it. I lofted that to you. That was softball.
All right.
Jeez.
Across the top row again. Grim Fairy Tales, Day of the Dead #2. B cover. Van Helsing the Werewolf #4. A cover. And Van Helsing versus the Werewolf #4 A cover. Van Helsing versus the Werewolf #4 B cover. And Van Helsing versus the Werewolf #4 C cover.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. All right. I need a $3 book to go there. Probably a few $3 books, don't you think?
Yes. Not yet, AJ. Mike's going to claim top row.
All right. Well,
that's the way to do it, though, you know?
mm-hmm. So you're getting a book for free.
Yeah.
Doing it that way. All right. Van Helsing versus the Werewolf #4 D cover. Van Helsing versus, or this is just Van Helsing #6 A cover. Van Helsing #6 D cover. And Grim Fairy Tales Dance of the Dead #1 starring Mystery A cover. Okay. Let's get some books for that middle row.
Not sure if he has any with him, Ship. You got any trades hidden there?
Not. If we get to them, we'll get to them.
Claim top row again with Mike. Nice.
I got you, Mike. Give me just a second. I want to get some new books out on that middle row.
Making it hard for you to do that.
Uh-huh.
Which is not a bad problem to have.
Venomore #3. Let's do The Walking Dead Deluxe #43. This is the one Ed can read because it's colored. Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man #4. It's the Venomized variant. And I have 2 copies of this. Spawn #13. This is original Spawn.
We'll have to see, AJ. He might have some of these that Kyle's putting up, but for right now.
Yeah, everybody hit thumbs up, hit like, hit share, all of that good stuff. I tell you what, if you guys hit share enough and we get up to 20 people in the room, I will do a giveaway. I don't normally do giveaways.
Oh.
I don't like doing giveaways, but I will do a giveaway if we get up to 20 people in the room. So hit that share button. Tell people to come in. Tell people to come hang out.
Claim
Nope
Spawn
wants
13.
it Spawn 13. You got it. Nope.
I'm not shocked. Ship, everybody's a Danhausen fan. Don't sleep on that Ghost Machine book, folks. If you haven't picked that up yet, $5 worth every penny.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it goes for significantly more than that on the internet.
Yeah.
So, Okay. Mike Asbill taken care of there. All right. Let me get.
Since this is kind of like like kind of last minute, I will get the claim for which
You can
one.
just use the one that's in the description.
Okay, then yeah, it's in the description, Mike.
I can get the information from that. That's no big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, Danielle Fishel is just a huge wrestling fan. Well, you know, Danielle Fishel's husband, Jensen Karp, was a WWE writer.
Ooh.
In the early 2000s. So, like, that's the connection.
But she has a figure coming out with them.
She has a bendy with Danhausen where it's Daniellehausen.
Oh,
I may or may not have already reserved my copy. Hell Child the Unholy #3, D cover. Hell Child the Unholy #5, C cover. If you're into back muscles, that one's for you.
yeah, I get you, Mike.
Hell Child the Unholy #5. This is the D cover. Hell Child the Unholy. This is just Hell Child. It's a different series. #5, B cover. Go up there. Okay, I need something for that row, that fourth row there.
And Vanessa Hudgens. Okay. And Mike's going to claim top row.
You got it, Mike. Give me just a second here.
Nice. Thinking Mike might be a Zenoscope fan?
Thinking. All right.
No, that's no lie.
This is TMNT.
If you're into back muscles, check out Raquel Rodriguez.
Damn straight. All right. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles annual #21, regularly a $6.99 book. $4. TMNT versus Street Fighter #4. I just like the Shredder cover.
Mm.
We'll do TMNT 146. This is the B cover. It's the Eastman B cover on 146. And I have 2 copies of this cover. TMNT Alpha. Two copies of that book that you can claim.
I hope you got your app up because it looks like AJ likes turtles as well. You might have some competition there.
Well, remember, guys, I am planning a all turtles show coming up in the near future, where I dive into the real good turtle stuff, the stuff that doesn't generally come out.
There you go, Nope. That's a good way to look at it. Competition is good for his wallet. And no, Mike, again, though, it's really hard to tell which things are going to last the test of time, you know. People still love Superman. So.
Well, I like to think I backed a good horse when I got into the Turtles.
Yeah.
I knew what I was doing. This is Wonderland Asylum #4. It's the B cover. / Resurrection #6. / Resurrection #4. And Grimm Fairy Tales versus Wonderland #2. That's the A cover.
Hey, Castle.
Castle, hang out, man. Oh, God, I got a ton of horror books, and I got a book that I grabbed going, you know who will want this? Castle.
Castle, I can't remember if you said if you were a Hack Slash fan or not, but you should check that out if you haven't. Vlad's my boy. Claim Turtle's robe, but give Alpha to AJ from Nope.
All right. Well, Nope, if you want an Alpha, I have 2 copies. I'm good.
Wonderland Asylum during the Wonderland. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Eddie. But not crypto. What do you mean? What do you mean, Ship? Do you not like crypto? Okay. I thought so, Castle. I couldn't remember. Hack Slash is one of my favorite things. It's so like I hate saying that, but it's made to be a streaming show. It really is. Nope says he has it already, but if AJ doesn't, spread the love.
All right. I got you guys. All right, let's do this. This is Dark Reign one-shot, New Nation. Josh Williamson, Tom Riley from Image Comics and the whole Energon universe. Duke number 4. Wolverine Blood Hunt number 1. And Century number 1 Scotty Young variant.
Nice.
AJ, make sure you fill out the form so I can send you the book if you need it.
Let me go ahead and.
Alpha's great. Did I leave a book there? There we go. All right.
And shit, that's a fair point. It's a fair point about crypto. That's crypto being in the movie you're talking about. I got you. Oh, no problem, AJ. No problem.
All right. Let me get AJ's book put away here. Mike wants the Grim on the top row. Oh, you didn't want both, Mike? I got the one that was furthest from me, but I also grabbed the one that was closest to me. Let me know. All right.
There we go.
In the meantime, Hack Slash Resurrection number 7. Grim Fairy Tales versus Wonderland number 3. This is the B cover. Hack Slash Resurrection meets Vampirella. This is Hack Slash Resurrection number 8. And The Darkness Prelude. The Darkness Prelude.
Yeah. TJ, how's it going?
I can make Alabama jokes.
Goodness.
But I don't think anybody wants me to do that. Because it's like bragging when your team wins a national title. All right. This is TMNT Mutant Nation. Number 3. I have 2 copies. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Night Watcher. Number 5. This is the beginning of the Jason Aaron run. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. And Savage Dragon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1.
Do you know what's really funny about that cover? That looks like the one that the curse words from last night homage.
Might be. Mike Asbill, I'm still waiting to know if you want this Wonderland Asylum #4.
Savage Dragon Turtles.
It's just a crossover that they did back in the 90s. All right. Yeah. Salmon Twitch Case Files #1. $3.
Oh, good book.
The Seeds by David Aja and Nascenti from Barger Books. #1 for $3. The Seeds #2 by Ann Nascenti and David Aja for $3. And Shadecraft #1 from Image Comics for $3.
Randy, Chris, what's going on? Randy, how you been, boss? I haven't seen you in a while.
What up, Brown Guy? What up, Chris?
We're kind of filling in for Wonderland Comics tonight, Chris. But we do have sales shows as well.
I sell.
You sell. You sell.
Yeah, I've been a dealer for a long time, Chris. Before I was the executive producer of the Experience, I was a dealer. And I started selling again, a little bit last year, but then again this year. Because I'll be honest, I'd rather talk and sell comic books than drive Uber Eats.
Yeah, that's definitely fair.
And so we're doing that tonight. Rich called me and wound up with he had a scheduling mistake. And so I was happy to fill in for him. The only downside to doing this on short notice is I was not totally prepared. And at the same time, I am sweating like crazy because I am not dressed for this. Normally I wear lighter clothes, but I'm wearing heavy clothes today.
That's right, Ship. I'm like Statler and or Waldorf up here in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Some would say Jay is the Statler to my Waldorf.
I'll take it. Well, it's good to see you, Randy. Like I said, it feels like it's been a while. So it's good to see you, Bob.
How about Year of the Villain Sinestro #1? This is a book from Behemoth Vermilion. I don't know anything about it. Seems like it's probably horror. From Vertigo. Another book I don't know anything about. The Witching. #4. And this is just a beautiful cover with Scarlet Witch on it. X-Men: The Trial of Magneto #1.
Oh, that is a nice cover. Any luck towards any Eclipse Mr. Monster this weekend?
TJ, I doubt it just because I know where it's at, but getting it is just going to take time, man. And time is unfortunately not something I have an abundance of. All right, you got it, Mike.
Yeah, I also have. I went ahead and put it in the description of the video too, Mike. It wasn't there. I went ahead and stuck it in there too. That way, if anybody misses the form, you can go back to the video, go to the description. It'll be right there. You just copy and paste it in your browser.
All right, I'm gonna get a drink of water. Well, I'll give you guys the last second on those Turtles books on the $4 row and the books on the $5 row.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, I don't know a ton about Savage Dragon or Turtles, but that's a crossover I never knew happened.
Yeah. I forget what the origin of that was. I used to know. It's just been so long since I did know. Since it's one of those books that I know I've got probably 20 copies of somewhere. But like, why would I remember that piece of ephemera?
Because it feels like a Kyle thing to remember.
Right? Chris, shipping is priority flat rate unless you're one of the guys who like has a bunch of trades and I can sneak these books in. It'll be a priority flat rate, and we'll be on until about 10 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, we're right before Henri's show, so I'll see you again on Henri. Was that put out around the time they did the short image run of the Turtles?
I just don't remember. That's the problem, is that I'm blanking so hard right now that I just don't remember. All right. All right, we're going to go Usagi Jimbo Color Classics #1. Usagi Jimbo Color Classics #1. Saga 71. This is Chew. This is a flip book with Walking Dead 63. This is a special black and white edition of Chew #1.
Oh, that's cool.
And a variant of Spider Punk #2. Chris, I don't do that. Just because in the past I've wound up with people with 3/4 of a box who have never finished the box, and then winds up being a pain in the neck to remember who's where.
Yeah.
So it's not something I do. However, you can buy from me tonight, and then both shows on Sunday and next Monday before I ship again. So like, you can get a pretty good You can get a pretty good box, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm shipping everything up through last night, with the exception of a couple of these guys, tomorrow. And then I won't ship again until a week from today. Symbiote Spider-Man #1. This is an Art Germ variant. Symbiote Spider-Man #1 with Gwen Stacy on the cover.
Oh, okay.
Diamond Previews exclusive. Michael Turner, Soulfire #1.
Oh my goodness.
This is a Jay looked this up. Oh yeah, I can see the mark on it now. I couldn't even see it last night. This is Spawn Universe #1. Spawn's Universe is the J. Scott Campbell.
Oh. Yes, he forgot Gwen. He's doing a lot, Chip. And AJ, that's a good book, man. Hack Slash, if you've never read it, it's crossed over with a lot of characters. Great series.
And we'll do Spawn Kills Every Spawn #1. This is the McFarlane variant.
Well, I was telling AJ about the Hey, Lorena, claiming Usagi.
You got it.
Rich told AJ about Hack Slash. That's what I was awing. More into the new Aunt May. You mean Marissa Tomei or? Lorena, did you ever see? And I don't know if Kyle has it, and feel free to tell me you don't have it anymore. Did you see that Elseworlds Superman
I
book?
have it. It'll
Okay.
come up later.
Okay.
All right. This is Ultimate Spider-Man #2, second printing. This is Symbiote Spider-Man #3, Black Cat variant. This is actually a first printing, which I don't know why I'm doing it this way. Ultimate Spider-Man #3. And this is the Gamerverse variant of Spider-Man Velocity #1.
All right, y'all. I got him started here.
Okay. Okay, I need to write Lorena's name on a Post-it note. All right. Okay. Now, what is happening?
So, Castle's claiming both Soulfires.
There's only the one Soulfire.
And then
this is Soulfire. The other one is Spawn's Universe #1. It is the J. Scott Campbell Castle.
Yes, just let us know if you want that one. And then Mike is claiming that Hack Slash Vamp for AJ.
Okay.
And Ship's trying to summon Brainy.
Don't summon Brainy. He's got like volleyball.
Mike, that's awesome. And look, say his name and he appears. It's Brainy.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in the Brainy.
Yeah, the J. Scott Campbell book for Castle. Okay.
You got it, Castle.
Good grab, man. That cover's awesome.
Okay. Y'all being nice to each other is making me have to write a lot.
Good thing, man. This is why I love this community
Yeah.
we got over here doing stuff like this for each other. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love you all, but like, how do I make that note now? I'm just giving you all a hard time. Glad to do it. Best first problem in the world.
Yeah.
People being nice to people and stuff. I thought we were supposed to be mean. I thought that was how the world worked.
Not here, man. Not here.
Did you guys hear the story about why Randy wanted to work Joe Hendry at WrestleMania?
Mm-mm.
The story that Randy kind of had been doing was like Voices in My Head, the Viper Randy. And he wanted to work a guy who was literally the opposite. Somebody who was just having fun. And that was super over. And kind of put him over even more. And so that's why he did it.
That's awesome. Like, I know Hendry's great because people are starting to dislike him. That's how I know he's over, because there are people starting to dislike him just because I think that gimmick, that character is fantastic. All the songs he's done, love it.
There are people who feel that way about Danhausen now.
Yeah.
All right,
Both
let
of
me.
them. I got you, Randy. Whenever, man. I'm not in a big rush. Randy has always been a favorite of mine, and I love the fact that I saw what he was wearing for WrestleMania, and my first thought was those look exactly like the same color of the trunks he wore when he debuted,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that they did that. I've always been a Randy Orton fan.
All right, $2 books. Grim Tales of Terror 10. This is the C cover. Grim Tales of Terror 13. This is the B cover. Grim Tales of Terror 13. From DC Vertigo. Vamps number 5. And Grim Tales of Terror number 12. B cover.
Yeah, Ed, you're not wrong either. My to read pile will definitely keep me busy.
All right, you ready for some horror?
Yes.
All right. Let me find what I was looking for here. Because when I want the horror, all I find is Stupid Sesame Street. Give me just a second here, guys.
Ship is scared. You're not scared, Ship. Yes, he did, Castle. He did say horror, Ed.
There's one.
He's just got to find it now.
Yeah, again, I go to get it. I've been seeing it all night. I've been having to swap around it all night. And then I go to grab it, and all I can find is like Sesame Street and Archie stuff.
Well, Ship, you're not wrong. Oscar is kind of scary.
All right. I have 2 copies of this.
Ooh. Not yet, no, but give it time, and eventually there will be. Horror's Eyes, Sesame Street.
There will never be, actually, and I can tell you why. But okay. This is Cruel Kingdom number 2 from EC. Oni Press, Cruel Kingdom number 2. R.L. Stein, Stuff of Nightmares from Boom Studios number 2.
Oh, goodness.
This is R.L. Stein's Stuff of Nightmares number 2 EC homage variant. So that's the B cover. And dumb title, but crazy scary cover and a pretty good book. When Zombies Attack number 1.
Do you have any red coat?
I do not have any red coat.
It's a fantastic book, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we need new books on the bottom row, right?
Yes.
Okay.
As much as I love Gwen, she's been staring at me for a little while.
All right.
Let's see.
All right.
Interesting. Good to see a lot of the gang here, man. Appreciate it.
Did we get to 20 people in the room?
We're
Okay,
15.
boy. Okay. How about Something is Killing the Children 39? Something is Killing the Children number 37. Something is Killing the Children number 19. Or Something is Killing the Children number 19. I actually have 2 copies of 19. And I have 2 copies of this. Book of Slaughter. All right, let's go to that next row up, shall we?
Yes. Not yet Castle, but Sinners looks good.
All right.
Oh, that one.
TMNT 150. This is the C cover of TMNT Alpha. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Usagi Yojimbo. That's the Eastman cover of that. Number 3. And this is again the Eastman cover of Jason Aaron Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1. All right, Jay.
No, I don't doubt your horror knowledge at all, Ed.
Let's take a break, Jay. Let's run some commercials to promote Order Up and the shows that are on tomorrow. Let me get my legs underneath me. And we will be right back after this, guys.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order Up, the FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order Up, part of the experience. Order BattleQuest comics at your local comic shop today.
In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel,
That'd be really great. Thanks. Welcome back, everybody. Jay didn't play the commercials I wanted, so I am a second behind here. So give me a second, and I will get some new books put up.
I played Order Up.
Yeah, I wanted you to play all the commercials for all the shows tomorrow. Not for publishers that aren't paying their bills anymore, or
Didn't know that part.
yeah. Well, I said for the shows tomorrow, but you weren't listening.
I was
This is what
listening.
happens around here, guys. People don't listen to me.
I was listening.
Of course, I say stuff and just kind of throw it away. You know, I don't really say it
Tomorrow-
all that strongly or clearly most of the time.
Tomorrow's Wednesday. There's only 2 shows, and we don't have a spot for us.
No, that's true. Fair. Okay. Good point. You know what? I thought it was Thursday. All right. Stranger Things, Tomb of Yebwin #1. Stranger Things, Tomb of Yebwin #2. Stranger Things, Tomb of Yebwin #4. This is the C cover. And Stranger Things, Tomb of Yebwin #4, D cover. Yeah, you can always tell that I don't know what day it is when I don't know what day it is.
Yeah. And Ed, you did nothing to me. We're in the weekend folder, and I forgot all of those spots are in here, so I clicked the wrong one anyway.
Like, again, there's just a level of confusion that's happening because in my Dante-ness, I'm Danteing.
Yes. Wasn't even supposed to be on camera today.
Literally, I didn't want to put shoes on today. All right, nope, grabs the Usagi Eastman. All right.
Jay's always dressed.
All right, bottom row. Should I do bottom row or should I do $4 row?
Do the $4 one.
Spawn 357. Saga #52. This is a really cool cover. Transformers #13. And Saga #65 with Lion Cat on the cover. I'm going to do both eventually, Castles. Which one am I doing first? I got 2 piles of books here.
Randy, I feel like there's a story there. Can't buy the 357 without punching someone about it?
It's true, Randy.
I never got that far in Spawn.
All right. Let's do bottom row, shall we?
Okay.
House of Slaughter 28. House of Slaughter 8.
Oh, gotcha.
Spawn. I forget what number this is. Do you remember, Jay?
No.
This is Spawn 312. It is the ASM 600 Skyline variant homage Skyline variant.
Wow.
Spawn 312. And again, this is a foil from this guy who you might know from a movie where he was a cop, who was also a surfer or something. Berserker #7 by Keanu Reeves. I don't know.
Soon to be something somewhere.
Yeah. That guy might have a future.
Yeah.
That book might have a future too.
Appreciate that, Castle.
Who shot first, Han Solo or Greedo? Han Solo and Chewbacca number 2. Hardware Season 1, number 1. This is the B cover. Hardware Season 1, number 1. This is the C cover. Those are both milestone books. And we'll do Spirits of Vengeance number 1. Spirits of Vengeance number 1. All right. In a minute, we'll do some more horror, but I'll give you guys a second on those books. Remember, you can claim a whole row at any time, or if you want the front-facing book on each pile, you get it all for $40.
Yeah, I always wanted to get into more of the Dakotaverse stuff. I know about like Icon and Rocket, and oh my goodness, had a show for a while too. The Lightning Kid, I can't remember his name. Static Shock.
Static Shock.
There you go. Dwayne McDuffie wrote a lot of good characters. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Stranger Things comics are always fun. I can't speak to I don't read a whole lot of Star Wars comics, so I can't speak to any of those.
Do we want more turtles? Should I grab more turtles? How about Sesame Street?
Yes.
I was more or less kidding.
Fixes say let's throw it way off.
I mean, now I don't have Sesame Street in here, but like,
oh, I know you do.
I think I might do some Supermans, some Superman families, Superman adjacencies nearby to the Supermans. Somewhat Supermanish.
Yeah. Nope, it was one of those because I remember they also did I think Kyle said a book on the camera again.
Yeah.
There we go.
No, this is all newer horror, Castle. But some of it's the good stuff.
Too accurate. I know there's one there where they went to the future. Nope. And it was old Static Shock.
All right. Dawn of DC. Superman number 1. This is a 100-page super spectacular by Marv Wolfman and Claudio Castanelli. Man and Superman. This is one of my favorite runs of Supergirl. Super sexy covers. Beautiful Ian Churchill art. This is also an Ian Churchill cover that looks like a J. Scott Campbell cover. Supergirl Unmasked, number 7.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll do Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 15.
It could have been Nope. Like, those are all good shows. I just can't. They kind of run together.
All right, guys. Remember, if we get 20 people in the room.
Hey.
All right, Lorena, you got it.
Well, Eddie claimed it first, but as much as I appreciate that, Ed, I'm going to defer to Garfwong, to Lorena for that.
Because Jay knows I've got more of that stuff.
That too.
And he just knows he'll be like, hey, send it to me, and I just will.
But I do appreciate that, brother. I mean that. I love that there's Superman fans in the chat. I love that. I know, Ed. I know. I should have. There's my one.
All right. Let me put another row up on. Let me put another batch up across the top, and we will get to some more horror.
Castle, you know that's not true. I love Ed.
Find something fun. Great. Okay. This is an Elseworlds book. It's a 4 of 4. Superman, Wonder Woman, When Gods Destroy. Whom Gods Destroy. From Valiant, Cullen Bunn, John Davis Hunt. Shadow Man #1. Frank Thierry writing an Archie book. Mature readers only. Duh. Super Duck. And if you have a young person in your life, this is from Disney Junior. Spidey and His Amazing Friends #2. Spidey and His Amazing Friends #2. All right. I have several copies of this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of this if you're into it. Michael Walsh, Tony Marie Griffin, Image Comics. It's #2. Universal Monsters Frankenstein #2. Three copies of this. Michael Walsh, Tony Marie Griffin, Universal Monsters Frankenstein #3.
Yeah, there we go.
Frankenstein New World, Mike Mignola #3. And Frankenstein New World by Mike Mignola #4.
Good grab. Nope. Shadow Man's an awesome character. I know. Forget the year of the heel. It's the year of the weird. And Lorena's claiming Super Duck.
Okay. Nope. Grabbed Shadow Man, right?
Yes.
Lorena grabbed Super Duck. Jay, should I show him the unnecessarily sexy Archie book?
100%.
All right. Can I, the Superman book? Can you what? The Superman book, AJ? Do you want to claim it? You want to see it? I could do either thing. You just got to let me know what you want. All right, let me dig out the unnecessarily sexy Archie book.
Oh.
I'm going to charge $5 for it. It's not worth $5, but I don't want to get rid of it. See, you got it. No problem. Give me a second, man.
Dang you, Castle. Oh, let's see. I know that if we ever have a night that's some Elseworld stuff, I know Lorena will be here for that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So this is the Superman book that AJ wanted to see. There you go. I don't know who MBB is or who Bon Jovi's son is, TJ. So can't really help you. Okay. This is a foil. This is Boom Studios Grimm #1 Vegan Virgin Foil variant.
There you go. AJ's gonna claim that Elseworlds.
Let me grab something else here. This is a second printing. Ultimate Black Panther #1. This is Kevin Eastman, David Avalon, Ben Bishop. This is the image reprint of Kevin Eastman's drawing Blood #1. And then this Archie book is Unnecessarily Sexy. Dan DiCarlo art, Allison Flood cover colors, Veronica #28.
It's a look on Archie's face. Hey, Derek. Millie Bobby Brown. That's right.
Hey,
Ooh.
Derek, how's it going? Oops.
We're a little shifted there.
Yep, nope. Cord got wrapped around my chair. Pulled the camera. Need to make an adjustment now.
And I got you on the Grim Castle. I got it started.
How's that?
Yeah.
Not bad for doing it backwards and upside down, right?
Yes, that's right.
All right.
I think I need like a #1 and 3 for that Elseworlds one, or I would have grabbed it. I got you. It's just when he pulled it the other night, you were my first thought on that.
All right. Castle wanted a Grim.
Yes.
I assume it was this one.
Is that?
Wait, oh, Grim. Down
Yeah.
here. Problem is, there's Grim Fairy Tales, and then there's Grim.
Yeah. Castle, that was the screen. It wasn't the vodka just yet. That was the screen.
That was Kyle being clumsy.
Well, you're working in a tight space.
I am. All right. This is an Art Germ variant. Supergirl 28, Art Germ variant. Department of Truth 25. Department of Truth 24. Department of Truth 23.
Love y'all. You're cracking me up out there.
All right. I need some top row books. Jay, I'm running out of steam, homie.
I bet, man. You've probably been up since like 6 this morning or earlier.
7:30.
Okay, I was close.
Mm-hmm.
Castle's claiming that Supergirl.
You got it, Castle. Give me just a second to get some top row books out here.
How's that horse and buggy been working out, Kyle? Mr. Nope.
Tell you what, there is a certain segment of the population that's real into it, Mr. Nope.
Says he's looked good once.
Yeah, but all of their daughters are coming to my house once.
Oh, I got it started, Mike, for when Kyle's ready for it.
You got it, Mike.
I know it. There's a lot of that's what she said moments in the past 2 shows, actually. Oh, Castle, Mike's been pulling a lot of Grim Fairy Tale stuff tonight.
All right.
Oh, Ed. Was the horse and buggy a big hit or a mish?
Supergirl goes to the castle.
Yep.
Tales of Terror goes to Mike.
Springer Master. Oh,
I'm just saying, there is a certain part of the human population that really digs this facial hair configuration. It does something for them, if you know what I mean. So we can make all the jokes we want, but I win.
it's true. And I hope there's some folks in the chat that get the once jokes. I hope they do. I think Nope got it, but I'm not sure.
All right. This is a book by Dan Waters that Jay and I both like.
Yeah, very interesting book.
Sesame Street, Bert and Ernie Spring Cleaning #2.
Yes. Gee, Bert.
Guys, these are actually really good books. This is Sesame Street Cookie Monsters Dinner Party. And Sesame Street #4, The Amazing Mumford's Card Trick. I have 2 copies of 2 and 4. We need some $3 books.
Yes. Just rock the hat one day. You see Big Bird lurking back there all creepy? Oh, Lorena. Yeah, I got what you meant. That autocorrect, no friend to anyone.
Bird.
Bird.
All right. Spider-Woman #1. $3. Let's do Salmon Twitch Case Files #1. This is the A cover for $3. Salmon Twitch Case Files #2, A cover for $3. And we'll do this is a variant of Spider-Punk #1. I have 2 copies of that for $3. Some of you, I can tell, have never been to the Amish country. Just because your jokes are not at all actually reminiscent of the Amish country.
Nope, your sister's afraid of E.T.? Well, I mean, he is part of the Empire. So I get it.
Give me just a second. We'll do another row of $5 books.
I mean, no, to be honest, it's a big old yellow bird, man. Like, I can see why people would be afraid of that. TJ, there you go. There you go. Once. Large Marge. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. That's hilarious. Castle, are you messing with me? Did the Amish people originally really come from Greece?
No.
Okay.
Well, there might be Amish people from Greece, but not the Amish people I know.
Okay.
The original Amish people I know are either Dutch or German. All right. This is one of those, if y'all buy it, great. If you don't, great. Silver coin number 1, Chip Zdarsky, Mike Walsh.
Horror fans, if you don't have that book, I'm telling you.
Silver coin number 2, Kelly Thompson, Michael Walsh. Silver coin number 3, Ed Brisson, Michael Walsh. Silver coin number 4, Jeff Lemire, Michael Walsh.
That's a steal. It's a great horror anthology, y'all.
Yeah, so that's not actually true.
I think he's just saying it to say it now.
Mm-hmm. Some of us are from Prussia. And yes, that is geographically distinct from Russia.
Oh, that makes sense. They come from a land down under. Gotcha.
Come from a land down under.
Yep.
Where women blow and men plunder.
Men at work on a barn.
Can't you hear the thunder?
Oh.
Better run. Better
That
take.
was great.
All right. TMNT 146. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Black, White, and Green, number 3. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 146, cover A. This is the C cover, by the way. And Turtles of Gray Skull, number 2.
Oh, yep.
So, do we need to do this, guys? Just to get you out of this? As I walk through the valley where I harvest my grain, I take a look at my wife and realize she's very plain, but that's just perfect for an Amish like me. You know, I shun fancy things like electricity. At 4:30 in the morning, I'm milking cows. Jebediah feeds the chickens and Jacob plows. And we've been milking and plowing for so long that even Ezekiel thinks that my mind is gone. I'm a man of the land. I'm into discipline. I got a Bible in a hand and a beard on my chin, fool. And if I finish all of my chores and you finish thine, then tonight we're going to party like it's 1649.
Thank y'all for that.
We've been spending most our lives living in an Amish paradise.
Oh, that's tremendous, Joey Styles. Oh, that's so good.
First band I was ever in, Jay, was a Weird Al cover band. I was in the 6th grade.
Oh. That's just legendary, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's legendary. Like, talk about something that people were like, when they first heard him, he's not going to last. Yeah, okay.
We won the 8th grade talent show playing Albuquerque end to end. At that time, and again, I was just bragging now. I could sing the entire Weird Al show theme in 2 breaths. Come on, this is a story about a guy named Al, and he lived in a store with his hamster pal, but his tickers workers really didn't approve sleep. He was accordion and had to move to a city in Ohio where he lived in a tree and worked in the decongestion factory. He played on the company bowling team, and every single night he exchanged crane dream was wearing lederhosen and a vast arcing, but that's really not important to the story.
No thanks. I'm already passed out. Already passed out. Yeah. Weird Al was Greek. Come on.
All right. What about Venom #1? Variant cover. $3. This is a Stegman variant of Venom 33. $3. This is a variant cover of Spider-Punk #3. $3. And this is a snowboarder variant of Spider-Boy #2, also for $3. If you would have told me when I woke up this morning, Jay, that I would be singing Weird Al on the air tonight, I would have told you were a lunatic.
Yet here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Impromptu concerts on the EXP during sales shows. I got a chuckle. I'm guessing Castle and Eddie already have silver coin.
All right.
No Sesame Street, folks. So weird little pairing there. The Sesame Street next to the Seasons Have Teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what Castle. That's what I figured. I figured you probably already had those.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a $5 row and a $4 row, and then we're gonna pivot because we have a guest coming in the last 5 minutes of the show.
Oh, okay.
$5 row is gonna go. You get 5 books. If you buy the whole row, it'd be $15. So, Christabella Josh Hickson, Shanghai Red #1, Shanghai Red #2, Shanghai Red #3, Shanghai Red #4, and Shanghai Red #5. That's a full run of Shanghai Red.
And $15 for the whole row.
All right.
That might be the deal of the night right there. Jeez.
There it is. Okay.
Oh, good stuff.
All right. Then for $4, so you get the whole series, all 5 books for $12. From Burger Books, Chris Cantwell, Martin Morazzo, She Could Fly the Lost Pilot #1. She Could Fly the Lost Pilot #2. She Could Fly the Lost Pilot #3. She Could Fly the Lost Pilot #4. And She Could Fly the Last Pilot #5. So again, you get a full run of Shanghai Red for 15, which is a pretty good deal. Or you can get a full run of if she could, but she could fly, the Lost Pilot. All 5 books for $12. Flying refers to something else. There, Mr. Nope.
And I get lost walking, so I can only imagine being able to fly. I can barely get out of my neighborhood. So it's 5 books for 15 or 5 books for 12. I mean, now Shanghai Red, is that horror-ish or what's the deal with that one?
Shanghai Red is one of hundreds of people who were shanghaied out of Portland in the late 1800s, drugged, kidnapped, and sold to a ship's captain for $50. She wakes up on a boat headed out to sea for years, unable to escape or reveal who she is. Now she's coming back in a blood-soaked boat to find her family and track down the men responsible for stealing her life out from under her.
Well, definitely sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm. And then She Could Fly. Luna has crash landed back into her life after spending a year in a mental institution, but that might just mean she's closer to the edge than she's ever been before. After discovering clues about the flying woman's missing family, Luna's obsession reignites, threatening to again unravel her fragile mind. Meanwhile, a mysterious guru appears in the sewers of Chicago, and a Russian mercenary seeks old secret technology, and the specter of violence begins to loom over everyone once more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's whole thing $12. Shanghai Red, 5 comics for 15. Get the whole thing.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Is there anything we showed throughout the show that you maybe didn't chime up for, that you would like to see again? You'd like me to offer again? Ugh. All right. Then what we're going to do is for the last 20 or so minutes of the show here, before our special guest pops on, we're going to do a little bit of an AMA. You have the producers of the experience here. Ask us pretty much anything.
Wow.
AJ, go back and watch the show later when you can turn it up. And you can reach out to me through the form or through our website. And if you decide you want one of those, I will save the offer. One of the other problems with doing a show like this is I talk so much, I get dry mouth. So I have to eat a mint. And then it's like chewing on sand because your mouth is so dry, and then there's mint.
And then
Anyway.
one of the problems I have with doing shows like this is I am terrible at small talk. So
all right. Well, guys, this is your opportunity to ask us literally anything about the experience, about comic books, about pop culture. We will be back obviously tomorrow, Jay and I, for Kyle and Jay's Q&A, where we have a topic, which, we will review here in a little bit.
thank you, AJ.
But
experience are bad or good for comic books?
okay. Ed, you can't order one through League of Comic Geeks. It's only available through local comic shops. Okay. You can only get it through your local comic shop. And at that, you can only kind of get it in a more traditional contact local comic shop and order it. What I can tell you is that at the very least, I and Miss Jen will have copies here on the Experience, but I think all of the EXP shows will have copies. We're working out that deal as we speak. That was one of the things I was going to be working on tonight if I wasn't doing this, but I'm here. So that is, one of the things that we're working out, Eddie. Variants, good or bad for comics? A ratio of variants is fine. A proportionate amount of variance is fine, I think. There is a joke. I'll put the hoodie on here in a second, Lorena. It depends on if he has a Ed. We'll get to that in a second. Okay. Variance, good or bad? There is a publisher that the joke is they publish more variants than they do copies of the book. That is the insider joke in comic shops or in the retailer circles I run in. I don't think that that's good, but I don't think having like DC does, where you've got an A cover, a B cover, and occasionally a C cover, or what Marvel and some of the other companies do with incentives, are necessarily a bad thing. I think when people are saying, hey, this 1 in 25 incentive is going to be worth a bunch of money or be worth a lot more than the A cover, that's not great. So, that's not great, but, there's no right or wrong answer, to variance. Jay, do you have a thought on variance?
I'm kind of the mind of as long as they're being bought. As long as comic stores and folks are making money, I've kind of changed my views on variants. I think that there might be too many, but you know what? If people are buying them, people are buying them. And I don't have AJ, I don't have a link to let you know about new books. I usually look, and it's not always accurate, but I either go to League of Comic Geeks or check out what is it, Previews World?
Previewsworld.com and lunardistribution.com are going to be your two best sources for that, AJ. But previewsworld.com or lunardistribution.com. Okay. Ed, reach out to your LCS and ask them to order it. That book has not FOC'd yet. They are still able to order it. It is being distributed by Lunar. Again, if they don't, we will have it here. I know I will for sure have it. Jen will for sure have it. As long as we can get the deal done, every sales show on the experience will have I don't want to say an exclusive, but we'll have a number one that they can sell you.
Yeah, Castle, you see me.
Maybe TJ.
Me never have worked in a comic book store or anything. Like I said, this is just fan perspective that I have for a lot of these questions. I mean, if they're not selling, then that is like a store ordering process, I guess.
Well, and every store is different.
Yeah.
Castle, like, again, like when we look at sales data across the industry, variants are selling. Like, when I look at the sales data that we pull for Comic Industry Insiders Live and for some other stuff that I'm working on, they are selling. They just don't maybe sell in your shop, right? Like, when I had my store, variants were not a moneymaker for me because I didn't sell a lot of variants. But I know plenty of shops that do. So again, it's about an audience, not necessarily an offering. Ed, the reason that there's a new number one all the time is because people buy them. Plain and simple. We can yell all we want about not wanting new number ones all the time, but number ones sell 200% better than number twos. And by the time you get to a number 40, that percentage is astronomical. A few thousand times better. So if you don't reboot, then people stop buying.
Yep. And there's just something in people's brains. It's like, it's number one. I got to start here. It's number one.
Right. So Lorena, this is a publisher called Rekka, Rekkcah, Rekka, which is just hacker spelled backwards. It is part of Black Hills Information Security. They are a info security company out of North Dakota. And they have launched a publisher as part of their marketing arm. Now, I hear what you're saying. Well, why would they do that? Well, because they're great guys with a really interesting concept. They have this amazing sci-fi book that is being written by Fred Van Lente. That is going to both be an interesting story, but it's also going to help people to be more cyber secure. It's going to help people to know how to protect themselves on the internet as we get into a more interconnected internet age. And like my first thought was, oh, you mean like when Spider-Man met Mr. Electric from the electric company? And he's like, hey kids, don't stick your tongue into an electrical socket. No, that is not how this is going to go. This is going to be every issue, all 60 issues. They're only ever going to publish the one book. All 60 issues are could be somebody's first comic. They will all have an individual kind of information you can learn, but they will also have puzzles for us computer types who want to play a game. And the joke I make, and it's kind of true, it's kind of not, is it's going to be a lot like Ready Player One in that regard, where you're going to buy these comics, you're going to read these comics, but you're going to pay attention to stuff in them, because if you solve the hacker puzzles, there will be a leaderboard. And you can get on the leaderboard and win prizes. So, like, there are things that I know that I can't tell you. There are things we are working on here at the Experience as it relates to this book. We're all very excited for it. They were the guys from Rekka were on Comic Industry Insiders today. They will be on FOC on Friday on Order Up. And they may be on Talking Shop in the near future. Again, we're just setting all of that stuff up as we work on it. Jay's smiling. Somebody's texting Jay.
Look, here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you all this story real fast. So Ed shows up on my shows a lot. Like he's not even a guest anymore. He's basically a co-host. And
Sean is fake, but anyway.
Yeah, that's true. And he was like, "Man, what's that one the commercial spot you play with the chanting?" And I couldn't figure out what he was talking about. So I have the spots saved on my computer. So I'm sitting here going through the spots, and he's like, "Yeah, it's that one." And I never heard it before, but they're chanting "Something's Calling." And it chanted, and I'd never heard it until Ed said something about it. So now every time I play it on Monday, Ed mutes his computer because he's like, now you can't unhear it. Just like he pointed out my Superman 233 facsimile that I got, I never noticed that one leg is longer than it should be on that cover. And now every time I look at the cover, I see it.
I just want to point out that Ed, knowing that you do that, like maybe don't say that on our air, Jay. Like as we try to get new advertisers who want to come on the air, and having people mute the commercials maybe is not so effective for those advertisers.
It's a joke though. It's not serious.
I'm just saying.
It's just funny to play it for him. And now I hear it. I'm like, I sing it all the time now. It's catchy.
You should hear the stuff that doesn't make it to air. Anyway, so who else has questions about the EXP, about comic books, about pop culture, about any of that stuff? While we wait for our special guest, who will be here in about 5 minutes. Who has questions? So while we wait, guys, remember that tomorrow at 7:00 is Comic Collectibles with Rex, the Hour of Power. Then you have Jay and I will be back for Kyle and Jay's Q&A. Might be a short show again tomorrow. We'll just have to see how things go.
Ooh, that's a good question. Any more data?
Anyhow, Kyle and Jay's Q&A. Thursday at 7, Miss Jen will be back with What's in the Box. Then Geek Chat at 9. And kicking it with Mel and Mog, but Mel and Mog are in Calgary. So they have a guest host this week. Thursday night at 10. Friday at 1:00 Eastern, Matthias and I will be in with a very different order up. Very different order up this week, where we have 2 interviews. Nick will be back with the art show. I got some art show pictures today that look really dope. And then Nancy will be back this week for Friday Night Live. Then I will be here Sunday. You guys tell me in the chat, would you rather me do a show 4 to 6 or 8 to 10 on Sunday? You tell me what time you want me to do a sales show on Sunday. 4 to 6 or 8 to 10? But I will be back on Sunday doing that. I think Jay will be out dating his wife. Like Nikki Sixx said in the Motley Crue Behind the Music, sometimes you got to date your wife. So I will be here potentially with a really cool guest host.
Oh, that's right.
4 to 6. Oh, and Dan's show is at 9. That's true. Cool. We'll do 4 to 6. Good looking out. 4 to 6 it is. We'll be here. And then I'll be over 6 to 8 on Comic Book Shopping Network. And then Jay and I will be back Monday. Jay will be doing Comic Collectibles. Then during second shift lunch, during Jay and I's lunch, we're over on CBSN doing a sales show. And then we'll have Bronze Age Nerd and Bigby McFly doing Best Coast Comics. That is next Monday. Okay. Now, any more data-related shows coming up? We have a data-related show every Tuesday, TJ, in Comic Industry Insiders Live. Oh, he's not in the hot seat. You are, Eddie. Now I got to go into this great big database, this great big Excel document, and subtract 1 from a whole bunch of columns. I'm giving you a hard time. But no, so every... no, Ed, I just hate Excel. Subtracting 1 is the hardest thing in that stupid program. Anyway, so every Tuesday at 2, we have Comic Industry Insiders, which is a data-related show. That show directly talks about the data we're gathering as part of the work with Managed Comics and Prana Direct Market Solutions. But data specific from the experience, not at the moment. The idea of doing a data-driven show is very interesting to me, but at the moment, it's not. There's not enough interest. As we get more into the Comet Standard, as some of the Diamond stuff sorts out, as we get a little bit more of the data standardization stuff happening, we will have more information.
Yeah, see, here I was. I thought that show was like a once a month thing. So when I saw it was on last Tuesday, I was like, oh man, I completely forgot.
It was a once a month thing, and now it's every week. Instead of doing one mega show once a month and trying to cover a lot of topics, we're going once a week, covering one topic, much shorter. So,
oh, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier to produce, it's easier to run, like,
yeah,
and you know, it makes more sense for everybody because it's less of a lift. If we were doing it every week, it's just like it's a lot of production, it's a lot of, you know, Brian, Adam, and I, plus a lot of the guests, all have, you know, big important things to handle.
Yeah.
And by big important things, I mean like Adam has Prana Direct Market and Brian is building a POS and running a store. And I've got the EXP and all the things we're developing for the EXP, which, guys, it's a lot right now. Jay has been on the phone with me a bunch. It's a lot right now. We have a lot of stuff that's just kind of simmering under the surface, right?
Yeah.
That we're going to start hopefully announcing very soon, and it's going to do this. So doing a once a month show just is kind of too big of a lift. So if you do it once a week, much smaller.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But we are developing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new shows right now on the EXP.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, our special guest is here. He's the only person balder than I am.
Hey-o!
Yeah.
Did a lot of people buy comics today?
Like half a short box. Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
I wish for that same kind of fortune tonight for myself.
What do you have on your show?
Well, as you can see, Kyle, I have this rack here, and it's completely empty. And Just waiting to be.
Hold on.
Up.
Stop talking. Hold on. Let's do this. Okay, now do it.
You
Now
shaved too.
Uh-huh. Now show us so we can see it.
Awesome. All right, I'm just gonna showcase some of the books real quick. I'll just take some of the bottom rack stuff. I just picked up a bunch of stuff for my LCS. Lots of 90s, modern, 80s stuff tonight. All going for $2 a pop, by the way. So I always have a thing where I do buy for one, sell for two. And this week I'm kind of working down. So we're starting with $2 comics tonight, and that's all fresh stuff. But then tomorrow I'm going to be going through and getting through some of my overstock and doing dollar books. And then after I sneeze, we're going to do another show on Friday.
Your books, guys.
Yes, I covered it. It was all in this vicinity right here, not on the comics. And then on Friday we're doing 50 centers, so I'm doing 50-cent books. But here's some of the stuff you can see on our lower rack today. We got lots of bronze, copper age books here, and I am so excited to showcase this stuff for you guys. A lot of these books are going to go for like anywhere between $3 and $5 tonight. So Kyle might recognize some of these books because he may have sold them to me a number of years ago, and I've like pulled them aside, and now I'm putting them back out.
Well, so there's a Flex Metallo on the rack behind you.
Yes, there is.
At one point, I had 30 copies of.
Oh my god! Do you know how much I had to pay for that one? It like for that set there, I paid $65 for it because at the time the market was soaring, and I really wanted to read it, so I picked it up. And now the value of that book has dipped by about half, so I have no choice but to sell it at half. I'm taking the loss for you guys so that someone else can enjoy this.
Yeah, at one point I had like a half a short box of just that book.
Really? Wow. I wish I knew you back then.
So everybody, Henri's on in 2 minutes.
Yes.
2 minutes.
So
Great show. Great
hit
show.
refresh on your page. Watch Kicking It with Henri. Maybe the dog will show up and skid his butt across the floor.
Yeah.
Maybe
Hopefully.
Henri's kids will show up and like punch him in the face or something. I don't know.
No, the kids are gone this week. I'm a single man. I'm single and ready to mingle, ladies.
Yeah.
Well, then shave your beard like mine.
Yes,
Because
I
it
will.
works.
I will. I'll do it. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. And, thanks for watching the experience. We appreciate you being here.
All right, guys. Thanks for being here. I will invoice you tomorrow. And we will see everybody next time for What's Wonderland next week when Rich and AJ are back and it's not this guy. Peace.